And welcome to another brand new episode of This Week in Disney History. I am your host, Milo Beasley. And we are at the Magic Kingdom, currently hanging out in Storybook Circus. But we're going to walk around and talk about things that happened this week in Disney history. Woo! So we're going to start this week off with September 20th. I believe that's where we left off. September 20th, 1996. The last day for Illuminations at the Epcot Center. I know what you're saying. Milo, I was just there last year and saw Illuminations. No, you saw Illuminations Reflections of Earth. September 20th, 1996 was the last day for Illuminations at Epcot. The very next day would be the first day of Illuminations 25, which celebrated the 25th anniversary of the Walt Disney World resorts. And then also on this day, September 20th, 2011, Bob Iger announces a collaboration with James Cameron and announces a gigantic addition to Disney's Animal Kingdom in what would be Avatar Land. I know that gets a bad rap because you know, the long lines and stuff, but right now is a perfect time to visit. So if you haven't visited it, make sure you get over there. I'm gonna go. Buzz is right over there, so like I'm gonna go win and score a bunch. So, and now we're on September 21st, where Goofy had a little cartoon titled "Hockey Homicide." I mean, the fans like battled each other. Goofy battled Goofy. I just really wanted to say "Hockey Homicide" because. And you don't really get a cartoon like that anymore, especially in 2020. But also on this date, September 21st, 2009, Toy Story Mania came out on the Wii, and TVs have never been the same since. RIP to all you busted plasma owners. Which brings us to September 22nd. We're hanging out in Frontierland. We want to talk about, 1944? A little cartoon called First Aiders was Minnie Mouse's first cartoon without Mickey Mouse. So she had to wait 16 years to get her own cartoon without Mickey Mouse. And look at her now. That's all I got. 1984, on this date in 1984, Michael Eisner was elected CEO of Walt Disney Productions. The company was hundreds of millions of dollars in debt, and look at it now. Okay, I'm not gonna do that joke anymore. And then finally, 2011, September 22nd, 2011, the Disney Magic makes its way into Galveston, Texas for the very first time. It's kind of why we're hanging out here in the cowboy section. It's to commemorate this occasion. The Disney Magic donned a giant cowboy hat on one of its funnels as it arrived into Texas. Big Thunder's over there. Let's head over to the Big Thunder. All right, so now September 23rd. Happy birthday to my assistant Tara, by the way. September 23rd, 1938. Wayback Machine. One of the most popular Mickey Mouse cartoons of all time, Brave Little Tailor, is released to audiences worldwide. I don't know if it was really worldwide back then, but you know what I mean. Worldwide, Brave Little Tailor is released on this date in 1938. On this date, 1980, guests were able to ride this ride, Big Thunder Mountain, for the very first time, as it had a soft opening prior to its grand opening. So we're gonna go do that now. But before I do that, I want to tell you about 2001. Yes, 2001. Speaking of 2001, that was easy to remember. One Man's Dream opens up at Disney's MGM Studios. So Walt Disney's One Man's Dream. You have to walk. It has props. It has maps. It has a lot of really cool souvenirs and pictures from when Walt was doing the parks and stuff. So. We're here at Big Thunder, so let's go. Which brings us to September 24th. Now, September 24th, 1973, construction begins on a one-story building that would soon house the General Electric Carousel of Progress. Jack Donaghy brought it from the World's Fair to Disneyland and then brought it here to Walt Disney World, where it still stands to this day. And there's no wait and it's air conditioned, so I'm going on it right now. September 25th, 2000, Rocket Rods closes at the Disneyland Resort at Disneyland Park. Rocket Rods actually replaced the People Mover in Tomorrowland over in Disneyland. So they now no longer have the People Mover and no longer have Rocket Rods. They got nothing. You get nothing. Good day, sir. Also on this date, September 25th, 2009, a sad day for a lot of people, as that was the last date, the final show for the Adventurers Club at Pleasure Island. You can still sometimes catch showings, performances of the Adventurer Club alumni, but you know, you have to look at the Facebook and then the Twitters and all that stuff. Well, they also show up at Run Disney races. We got lots of cool pictures with them at Run Disney races, but they're no longer here. Which brings us to our last day this week, September 26th. This is the day that Walt Disney reaches out to Herb Ryman, asking him to come up with some concept art, some concept sketches for a theme park. That theme park would, of course, be Disneyland, which would open 2 years later. So thanks, Herb. So that'll be it for this week. So please, of course, I ask you, as always, subscribe, follow, like, share. Please tell all your friends. There's a cavalcade coming, so we have to wrap it up real quick before it gets super loud. So thank you for watching, and join me next week for This Week in Disney History.